In this video, we're going to be talking about modifying the Rebel Jumping Minnow. We've got two different sizes here. The smaller, a little over 3.5-inch size, which is usually used for mostly freshwater kind of stuff, but also do some saltwater stuff too. We might talk about that. But the main focus is going to be this larger, nearly 5-inch size. The Rebel Jumping Minnow, it's a great lure for it has great topwater action. It's one of the smaller walk the dog style plugs you're going to find. It, not only does it, have that nice zigzag profile, but it skips nicely over the waves. This is a killer lure. Don't think by its size it's just for schoolies. You can catch larger bass on this. It's just a killer in estuaries. And the reason why we're going to talk about modifying it is just because, and we'll do this with a couple other videos too, a lot of times they will have hardware that's going to do fine. And this is got no complaints with this, but at the same time, if you're using this a lot, if you get, schoolies, totally fine. But if you hooked into something nicer, I don't know if I'd trust these hooks 100% not to bend out. And, myself not living super close, to not doing saltwater as much as I do freshwater, when I get to do those saltwater trips, I want to make sure that when I hook into something nice, I'm not going to lose it. So what we're going to do is we're going to just bump these up a little bit, not too much. We're going to be looking at something that's a little bit more sturdy. So over here I got 3 different size Vmc hooks, the O'Shaughnessy treble hooks. Awesome product. We've got their 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0 size here. I'm going to be going through all my hooks. It's really important for you to inspect your gear at the end of each season, make sure there's no, not a ton of rust, for the amount of time we get to fish for these. If you hook into that fish of a lifetime, you don't really want to have to worry about your gear failing you. So what we're going to be looking at today is we're going to actually go with the 1.0 size, just to give you an idea. It's not too different in profile to the one that we're dealing with here. Yes, it's a slightly larger size, but you can see how that's just, look at the thickness on that hook. That's going to get you a lot more power. You're not going to worry about that busting out. Worry more about something else going on inside the lure before that's going to give you a problem. So what we're going to do now is we're going to upgrade that. These split rings are fine, but we're going to upgrade them too, just because why not? We're doing this anyway. So we're going to be looking at, I'm going to be using some Roscoe, the stainless steel split ring. This is the 5.5H size. Might be a little bit of overkill for this, but at the same time, we're upgrading this, and, well, it's what I had in stock right now. So we're going to use this. I use this a lot more for if I'm, going to be working with doing a pencil popper, redoing those when I redo those this winter. But today we're going to use these as well. We'll do the same job. So make your life easier when you're doing this, I usually carry around 2 pairs of pliers with me, which is a standard needle nose. It's going to help me guide it through. And these are a godsend. If you don't know what these are, pick yourself up a pair of split ring pliers. Makes your life so much easier for removing these. I remember a couple seasons back, much farther back, when I was doing modifications and things, and doing it without split ring pliers is not fun. So this will save you a lot of hassle and frustration. So what we're going to do here is let's start popping these off. We're going to let's start with the tail hook here. And if you've never done this before, you can watch in. Otherwise, just standard removing of this. So what I'm going to do is, you'll notice there's 2 different sides to this. This is going to pinch in between those interlocking links. So we're going to find the end here. All right, just like this. You can see where it kind of overlaps on the lure. And let's go ahead and pinch that through, just like so. All right, makes a gap. We bring that gap over to the base of the lure. If you need, you can walk it back a little bit more. And that starts to roll the split ring over the edge, just like that. And now you can get it by your fingers, but I find it's even easier to just take these standard needle nose pliers, and then you just work it on out, just like that. Hook removed. So you got the tail hook done. Let's do the belly or the waist of the waist of the plug here. We'll get this belly hook out. All right, and with that, you have a much more substantial amount of stopping power here. So you don't have to worry about this. Is it gonna, are you gonna get this ripped out by a larger bass? This is gonna stand up from everything from schoolies to to your larger, nicer fish. One thing you can do with this, if you know you're mostly going for schoolies, there's different thoughts on this. Could we do inline hooks? Totally could do inline hooks. One thing you might want to do if you are going to go mostly for smaller fish on this, and especially if you're doing catch and release, as we know, we want to have this fish around for many years to come. What you can do is you can take your pliers here, find the barb here on the back, and you can just crush that down. And that'll take that barb right down. You can notice that barb is now completely flattened out, and you've just got a wire there. So you could go around, and I'll do this later, but you go around, and you can crimp this down on all ends of that hook, and now that'll make it easier for that fish to, if you want to release it later. All right. So hope you found this video useful. We'll be making some more, doing similar things, talking about how to upgrade your SP minnows, as well as some other just basic tackle craft stuff that I wish was available when I was just starting out. So this season I'm looking forward to trying out, these more substantial hooks here on this new Rebel minnow to replace one in the past. And yeah, wish you guys best of luck. If you like what you see here, hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much.